So what happens when your AdBlue doesn't work? You run out of AdBlue, you get 3 warnings. Now check this out, I've just got to the car now. You think you've got an electrical fault. There is no electrical fault, unfortunately. It says in finish that there's no AdBlue left. Look. And it says in finish, engine start without AdBlue is not anymore possible. Put AdBlue into it, and then more information can be found from the user's manual. The car won't start only because there's no AdBlue or there's a fault with the level sensor. This is the most stupid nonsense I've ever come across in my life. That a manufacturer makes something, Bosch, because of the rules, in particular like these emissions rules. But essentially, they make a system that, I mean, where's the logic? Where is the logic in that? At least have it that it cuts out and you have to do it like 20 times so it annoys you, and then at least allow it to start. Just saying with my colleagues then, imagine you're in Lapland scenario, you're in some forest, you've just done a bit of skiing, you hit a rock and smash your AdBlue line, and then it starts draining AdBlue fluid. Through no fault of anyone's. If you stop and start it a couple of times and you get to the 3rd threshold, warning threshold, what are you going to do? Freeze to death. Literally, you'd freeze to death. Oh, look, it's choppy. Look at it. Rocking like buggery, that, isn't it? Stockholm Express. Stockholm Helsinki, 40-minute flight. Fantastic. Quite mild today, -6, but it's very dry. Anyway, enough chunnering, Johnson. By the way, this is a fantastic thing too. If you're watching this in Finland, contact me and I'll get you a discount on it. It's fantastic. Very compact, and because of the dongle being built into this device, it's really useful, really. Don't be wasting your time with all these piles of crap like bloody Bimmerco, whatever it's called, and Carly, bloody garbage. Got a problem too that the ignition won't come on to even read the fault codes. How stupid's that? You won't even put the bloody ignition on, so I can at least read the bleeding fault codes. Now, for some reason, ignition's staying on. But it didn't stay on before. It's fantastic, this, isn't it? So let's break this down before I work out how I'm going to get it in. So the pressure's too low. Pressure build-up fault. Implausible amount for the fluid level, the filling level too high, active tank empty. He don't know what's going on, does it? He don't know if it's empty, if it's too high or what. But there's a pressure build-up fault. Now that is usually genuinely very accurate, so there's probably a leak on the tank. So we need to sort that out, don't we? We've got a pipe, we've ordered a pipe just in case, because we always do that, and we don't open it, we can send it back, and it's just easier than sending him on his way, or in this case waiting for a week for a pipe to come, because for us in Finland we have to get it from Sweden and it can take time, you know, or from Denmark if we're getting it through Schmiedman. Car sensor voltage signal implausible. That's a bit weird, isn't it? But this here now, it's because they're so crap modern cars. This is probably the thing where, for example, the system is being inhibited, so I'm not too worried about that. Obviously, we've got feedback fault OBD. That you'll always get until you go over and test drive after you repair it. It's normal. It's saying that the standalone unit in the back of the car, the SCI unit, is sending messages on the CAN that things are not right. We need to do a drive, basically, to initialise everything. Well, I've never had to do this, but I've just found in special function, SCR switch off scenario, 50 kilometres. Hey, I'll have it. I'll have 50 kilometres. I'll have it all day long, guys. Oh, fan bloody tartar. Ah, bollocks, it hasn't worked. It all rests whether or not there really is no AdBlue in it. Let's see. So all we need to do here now is bloody put enough in that the level sensor doesn't show empty. This is 10 litres and it's taking a fair bit as well. Once it stops showing empty, whether there's a leak or not, or the car there's a pressure drop, it don't matter. As long as it shows we've got AdBlue, we should be able to get rid of that warning. It should be able to do it automatically on the car itself without even using the tester. That's the theory anyway. Oh, it worked. Damn, that was good, wasn't it? All you had to do was top the AdBlue up. Right, let's get this in before it bloody cuts out. What an absolute goddamned nightmare these bloody cars are. Can you imagine if you're in Lapland, you didn't have any AdBlue, and that pipe's obviously a bit goosed, isn't it? I don't think he's run out. People aren't stupid. People know that, you know, the situation. They know not to run out of AdBlue. Finnish people are generally very responsible, so I guess there's going to be an issue with this, isn't there? Let's see. It's got a leak on it, hasn't it? Look, it's AdBlue, that. It's definitely AdBlue, that. It's like bloody Hansel and Gretel at breadcrumbs. Right, let's get this shield down and let's check it out. Cable tied, that's interesting, isn't it? So there's the feed pipe and it's absolutely jipping out in it. So I guess we're going to replace that anyway today, thank God. But it's leaking, isn't it? So basically the metering line locking system is missing, it's fell out or whatever, and someone's put nipples in it, someone's put cable ties on it past. And that's okay, I guess they were trying to repair it or keep it somehow in order. These lines are notoriously difficult and I don't think there's a special tool to remove them. It's like them old fuel lock lines, you'll see when I put the new one on. They're so pathetic that no matter who did it, I don't blame them if they broke it when they were doing it, because I've actually broken myself. It took me the last time I've done them 30 minutes to get the pipe off, because I get one guy with a screwdriver each side of the pipe and me squeezing it. There's just not enough, it doesn't squeeze so easy. You squeeze it now it happens. It's a right stupid system, you'll see up new pipe. So we're going to just change the pipe, that's all it is, it's simple as that. Not really even human error. I'd say the people again who design these stupid dickhead pipes, they make them that they're impossible to remove without breaking. You'll see what I mean when I get the new pipe. So I don't blame anyone. I just think we just need to change the pipe and everyone will be happy. Right, so here's the new line. It's not so easy compared to the F11, it's a bit of a nightmare on these. It's easier to come out, but to get back in is difficult because the thing is physically more stiff. There's no flex, you can't flex this. If you flex it, you'll snap it. But it's so stiff. It's like a spring, you know, it's like a coiled spring. So as I was saying, that's what's difficult. So this is the one on the back of the car, as I was mentioning. So you'd have to get all this crap off, and then it's slightly different from the front. It's the same design, but it's a bit thicker. And to get them out is virtually impossible, I swear to God. Which is why it was obviously broken by someone. There's the heater and connector there. The heater connector on the metering pipe. Anyway, let's get this in and top up the AdBlue a bit more. 17 litres it holds. We'll put another 7 in and do a leak test. If it passes leak test, then it's fixed, isn't it? Well, we've got active tank capacity and passive tank. There's just less than a litre in that, and that's probably okay. It's only a small tank, that should be enough. I'm going to have to look, I need to look at the pressure build up of this. I need to run a graph test and see what the pressure's looking like, because it's something a bit iffy going on if it's still got that problem, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Something not right here, in that sense. So it's actually got shut of all the fault codes, which is amazing in that sense. So it's fixed basically. I've just been on a quick roll test and everything's tickety-boo essentially. So if you were like somewhere in Lapland, it were minus 30, maybe this wouldn't happen, because if it were leaking like it was, maybe the fluid would be frozen anyway and the system would be deactivated. And even if it wasn't, the sensor won't be reading right values when it freezes. So I don't think you'd have an issue there. But if it were less than say minus 12, it's still cold enough at minus 10 to kill you. And the AdBlue system should theoretically work. And if it's a right mixture, it won't freeze at minus 10. And if you're in some bloody isolated place in Lapland, you'll go for a bit of a ride with wife and that, you know, down some country lane. Some forest, let's say, you want to do a bit of ice fishing, and you come to your car and it won't start, and you've got no phone reception because you're in a dead spot, some bloody off the beaten track lake area, then you're in the shit, aren't you? So I don't like AdBlue. I don't like anything that can disable my car for the sake of political nonsense. It's all political, environmental claptrap, innit? We know we need saving the environment, but we can't make the transition to electric cars just right yet, because there's just not enough electric cars and not enough batteries to power the world, is there? And until then, the humble diesel and petrol are going to have to suffice, really. So by penalising people by making stupid bloody decisions in Brussels level or worldwide or wherever, probably Brussels, I'd say, by making decisions about how the system should function when it's malfunctioning, how it should disable everything, It's easy to make them decisions, but it has real life consequences. To disable a car, there's nothing wrong with the engine at all, apart from it's going to slightly produce a bit more emissions. It's unforgivably diabolical, and it shouldn't be allowed to happen. But well, I'm not a politician. Anyway, thanks very much. 11,000 of you. Fantastic. Let's keep going. I'd love to get to 20,000 before spring. That would be nice. Thank you very much for following me, and I really appreciate the support, because without you lot watching me and subscribing to my lovely subscription service, I wouldn't be getting anywhere, would I, really, to be honest? So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.